Hello, and welcome to a special edition of Damsels in Dicestress, where we follow three failures of fatherhood as they embark on a dangerous journey around London. Oh, it's a good one, right? It's a good one. Said it that out.
I won't.
So today we have, on my left and the audience's left, Morne Trimmer.
That's my name.
Playing Harold Pentecost. In the middle of this threesome, we have not Talia.
I saw you go to say that.
We have Talia Bronton, who is played by
Gilbert Brunton.
Gilbert Bronton, who is played by. Oh, what's your name again? Let me see.
We have Maijai
Maijai
Hibbert.
Hibbert. And on the right, I'm pleased to say, my favourite person at the table.
That's not true.
What do you do? Fight over it?
Yeah.
Taya Campbell over playing Frederick Penhallow.
Penhallow.
Penghallow.
Intro. And we're back. So, it's bright and early, 7 a.m. Frederick, you're awake, of course. You're in the upper rooms of White's. Beside you is your good friend and cousin, Gilbert. There is, of course, no sign of Harold. But you do know you have an appointment at the Sanctum Impervious later today.
It has a name.
Is that what it's called?
Wait.
What time is our appointment?
Whenever you get there. It's not an appointment, you just need to go there.
Okay.
Is it a usual experience for Harold to not be here?
Somewhat. But you'll have a fairly good idea of where he is.
I think Frederick has gotten completely ready to and is ready to leave and is just kind of pacing with his pocket watch. Very much waiting for Harold.
Would we be meeting Harold at the place? Is it like a usual?
Roll an insight check.
My passive insight is 16 as
Ooh,
Frederick.
I just rolled well.
I'd roll
18.
bad.
I wouldn't expect him to come back. He'll probably meet you there.
Yeah.
All right, well then.
You could, of course, go collect him.
I will finish getting ready and like putting all my stuff together. And I can put a load of stuff in my bag and probably papers and whatnot, things that we need. It's important to have things. So. And then, like, once I'm ready, I guess we'll like head out. Do we get breakfast?
That's interesting.
It's the most important meal of
I feel like we've eaten at White's. They do food, don't they?
That's what I mean.
Like,
Are we going to go get
yeah.
breakfast? Are we going to go down and have breakfast before we leave?
Yeah.
I feel like we do.
Yeah. Like in whatever common room area.
Yeah, so you enter one of the
We're allowed in White's. We're meant to be here.
You'd go downstairs to the front sort of room where there's lots of tables. You can take one of your one of the tables by the window so you can look outside. It's not quite reserved for you, but you know.
It's our spot.
Yeah.
And you can just see the people passing by, and a man comes in up to you and is like, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
You're here for breakfast, I presume? Today's special, of course, is Egg Benedicts. Is that what you would prefer, or perhaps some fruit and cheese?
The eggs sound delightful.
And for you, Master Gilbert?
Yes, the eggs.
Very good, my lords. He disappears. Gilbert.
Hello.
As you sit there, you turn your head to take in the surroundings inside, and you make eye contact with Arthur.
I'm assuming I know who this is.
Yes, Arthur Jefferson.
Oh, fuck me.
Gilbert, my old sport. How are you doing?
Excellent. And yourself?
Oh, very fine, thank you. I was just checking up on my son.
Yes. Is it... They seem to get on swimmingly.
Oh, wonderful. I knew they would. I think we're a fine couple of matchmakers, you and I.
Yes.
I think they'll make a wonderful couple.
I certainly hope so.
And to combine our families, I think would be a fine thing. And that boy is, well, he's a good boy, isn't he? But he is a little quirky, shall we say. But a fine lad nonetheless. He'll make your daughter very happy.
Yes,
and very rich, I should say, too.
Yes.
Frederick.
Yes, good to see you.
Yes, good to see you too as well.
It's a pleasure to hear that it all went well.
Yes, how are things with you as well?
Yes, all as can be expected.
Wonderful. Have you been to Bledlow recently?
No. You know how things are. Business calls.
Yes, work, business, yes. Oh, we all suffer from it, don't we? It is our burden in life to provide for our families. I didn't see you at the card game last night.
Well, as you say, business.
Of course. Man chat and whatnot. Very good. Well, my breakfast is here, so do enjoy the Egg Benedicts if I recommend. I'm on my seconds.
Well, a pleasure to see you again.
And a pleasure all round. Have a wonderful day, gentlemen. He takes his departure, and as he is moving across, he passes another man who catches your eyes too, and he's actually caught your eye first. And the Viscount Edward Sullingham is heading towards you.
I fucking knew this was about to happen.
Fucking white.
My lord, how are we?
Yes, good morning. It's all very well.
Wonderful.
And yourself?
I'm very well too, thank you.
I'm not sure if the two of you have been acquainted.
Not officially.
Mr. Gilbert Bronton, my lord, the Viscount Edward Sullingham.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And yours also.
I trust things are well at the family home?
Yes, I have received news that everything is going as swimmingly as it can.
Wonderful. Your daughter also wrote to me only a couple of weeks ago. We are having a fine correspondence.
Good.
Thank you for that introduction. And, what brings you to London today?
Well, you know the sort. Business for all three of us as it stands.
All three of you?
Yes, our associate, Mr. Pentecost, is not joining us for breakfast, but we have many shared businesses.
Of course. Well, I'd love to spend more time chit-chatting with you, but I actually, must be off myself. I have a couple of appointments in town. But I just wanted to, just pop my head in to the common room and say hello. Make sure we didn't pass each other in the night, so to speak.
Of course. Much appreciated.
Wonderful. Well, my lord, have a wonderful day.
And yourself.
Mr. Gilbert.
My lord.
And he departs. Your Eggs Benedict arrives. It's beautiful. It's excellently cooked. It's eggy.
Nice.
Little sprigs of fresh herbs on top.
Nice.
Well, Mr. Jefferson seems a fine fellow.
Yes, he's interesting.
And it is all rather good that the arrangement went well.
Yes, it should secure things. make sure it all is taken care of.
Good. And I'm glad to hear it all went smoothly. There was always a risk there.
Right.
But if he is a fine young fellow, then all should be well.
They seem to get on. And
Good.
And
That's good.
yes, everybody at home seems well.
Good. I'm pleased for you. This is good news for your family.
Yes. And Viscount is...
Yes, well.
Excellent.
Harold,
Hello.
you awake, entwined in the arms and legs of two people you know very well.
2.
A lovely young woman named Violet, and a good friend of hers named Jonathan.
What the fuck?
You have a slight,
The whore I
a slight headache behind the eyes. Your mouth is a little dry and sort of furry.
I reach over to the bedside table.
There is a brandy there. It takes the edge off.
You need it.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. And as you shift over, the other two wake. Morning.
Morning.
Good good morning.
Good morning.
That certainly was a fun night, wasn't it?
From what I can remember. Yes.
Oh, well, don't you worry, I remember every moment of it.
Might need to remind me.
Well, I think we can. Fade to black for about half an hour.
You slag!
The first 5 minutes.
Half an hour to an
That
hour
might
later.
be the quickest we've ever had a fade to black ever.
Sort
Once
of
you've satiated yourself
once again.
and you get dressed, maybe head downstairs for some breakfast. So you head downstairs, head into their little kitchen area, which is normally reserved for the just the workers are there, but you have a sort of special arrangement as a regular.
I'm a regular. I pay them well, so.
Yeah, so you sit down and have some sausages provided to you by the largest man you've ever had the pleasure of knowing. You don't know him well, but what is his name again?
Thomas.
Thomas, that big strapping young man from the Velvet Masquerade. Morning, sorry, I don't remember your name.
Reginald.
Reginald, yes, of course, Reginald.
Surely you would know my name by now.
Reginald Beaumont, isn't it? Yeah,
Correct.
very good. Sausages?
Yes, how many are on offer?
How many do you want?
How many are currently in the pan?
12.
Perfect.
Good. I could throw in some onions too.
Go on then.
Very good. Well, while that's doing, I'm just going to sit down and have my sausage porridge.
Sausage and porridge together.
Yes, good.
Mind if I?
Sure.
Take a bite of it.
Puts muscles on you.
A man like me needs muscle.
Well, you've got a lot to carry around, I see. No offence meant. It's like, you're a big boy. Not an insult.
What a night.
Yeah, it was good. I especially liked the singing you did.
God, I was singing, wasn't I?
He was. To be fair, you always do.
You know, I always think I would make a good opera singer. You disagree?
I've never seen an opera.
Very well.
You're about to bust into song.
I'm trying to think of a song.
The fun.
Sing once again with me.
We'll make a performance.
Why is this the first roll of this?
Is that natural one?
Wait, no, wait.
It's still a natural
We're still in that one.
3.
Right. Is that what all operas? Make an insight check on yourself.
I'll get 19. So that's a 22.
Or you butchered.
I'm a bit rusty this morning.
Yeah. That'll be the trombone, eh?
Most likely. Anyway, are those sausages?
Yeah.
Mm.
There, all good. 12 sausages.
Perfect.
Did you want a fork?
Yes. And I scoff those down.
Oh, good. Well, I've got to head to the butcher's, get some more sausages, pick up some bread and a few other bits and bobs. So,
Very well. Well, I hope that you have a great day and an even better night.
you too, sir. See you again.
Probably tonight.
Nice. Back at White. You're just finishing up your breakfast. What do you do?
Well, shall we?
No point in dilly-dallying. So we'll go and get our stuff, which I'm assuming I didn't bring down to breakfast with me.
Sure.
And then
Yeah.
Head on out.
Some hats on.
Very nice, very nice. And you start making your way to the Sanctum Impervious.
I'm assuming there's like a usual
Routes.
route that we take that's not straight there. Or
Sure. Sure. And then, yeah, you get there, you head on in, you do the little, lifty stuff.
Any sign of Harold?
I'm on my way.
He's on his way.
he's not here yet.
You step into the lift, and as the lift goes down, as it opens up, there's the regular hustle and bustle and sounds of men working away. You can hear.
I didn't register that people were still going to be alive.
You can hear the sounds of magical missiles whirring and buzzing and exploding far off, deeper into the walls. You can hear the hubbub of just men having conversations. There's some laughter. There's the smell of cigar smoke in the air. There's the smell of brandy drifting across underneath that. The crackling of a fireplace. And you head on into that main hall, room, lounge area, and sort of take it in. And as you step in, of course, people begin to notice. Two of the members of the Fist. People stand up. You get little bows from people. Sort of a larger, very large, muscular man. He's standing in at about 5'10", 5'11". He's as wide as he is tall, almost.
Jesus.
No, a man you know well. A wizard.
It's going to be Luke's dad.
Yeah, Atticus Thorne strides across the room with a younger man sort of following in his footsteps. Frederick, Gilbert, so glad to see you're back again.
Yes, good to see you, Mr. Thorne.
Good to see you. How are you both?
Yes, very well.
No sign of
Not yet, no.
The usual, I imagine.
Yes, unfortunately.
Most likely.
I could send someone to fetch him if you want.
I'm sure he'll
It's
make
quite
his own
alright.
way.
He'll be on his way.
But no, it's really no worries. Give me a moment.
I don't think it's necessary.
If you insist.
In your head, you hear the message. Harold, it's Atticus here. Do us all a favour and please come home now.
Can I reply?
You can reply to this message.
I'm one step ahead of you, already on my way.
He says he's on his way.
Very well.
If I may, I'd love to introduce you to my son. He's only newly enrolled in the and having passed the test and whatnot. And he's I will say he's frightfully excited to meet you. So please
It's quite alright.
He's a bit of a fan, I should say.
It's quite alright.
He steps to the side to reveal this younger boy around 20, 21. Sort of messy brown hair. Oh, hello. So, Lord Frederick Penhallow and Master Gilbert. Gilbert Bronton. Yes, I'm so sorry. Wow.
Well, congratulations, and I'll shake his hand.
Thank you.
Your father tells me that you've recently become a member of our fine order.
Yes, I've already reached level 3 in my studies.
It's most admirable.
Thank you.
Have you seen the library?
I rarely leave the library.
It's excellent, isn't it?
It is. I've read all the stories about you both. And Harold, too. Harold Pentecost. What a wise man he is.
Yes.
Yes.
According to the books.
Yes.
His biography, his autobiography was really quite something.
Yes, it is quite an interesting read.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, I'm so excited to just be doing this most important work and to be doing it alongside you and... Wow! And Father is... All of you, you're just amazing.
And someday you will be too.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm studying hard and I can't wait to get out there and fight my first demon.
Quite right. But of course, you have already done marvellously well to pass through the trials.
Thank you.
You deserve your place here.
Thank you. I can't... Yes, I mean, I know it's not easy. You guys make it... You guys... People say guys, but then... You make it look so easy and I know it's not, but...
Far from it.
One day if I can be as powerful as you... Wow.
As long as you keep up your studies, there is no reason why not.
Perhaps I'll show you my favourite with me, and I'll head towards the library.
Thank you, sir.
One moment.
Of course.
And I'll take him to the library.
Cool. You head off to the library. The library is full of men just... It's that sound of paper on paper. There's about a dozen men in there. One of them's being very silly and just sliding across on that ladder wheel. He's doing work, but he's just enjoying himself as he... Oh, no, I want that book over there. So he's like pushing himself. He doesn't make a silly noise, but...
I don't remember what books there are in the Brotherhood, but I'll...
So many books. You love them all.
Exactly. I'll go to like a bit that generally isn't looked at as much, because there's always a bit that nobody goes to.
Some of the real ancient history, especially about, your special interest, of course, is the stars and astrology, astronomy. So there's a section there. There's a lot of books on really old sort of prophecies and comings and goings of the stars and what that kind of means. So not just prophecies, but like interpreting things, and when sometimes alignments can mean certain things, and the weakening of the veil and that sort of stuff.
And I'll reach down the one that I go to, and I'll hand it to Lucas. Now this one. This is a good read.
The first demons and their celestial counterparts.
It's an excellent study. Everyone should read it.
Doesn't look like many have, though.
No. But they should.
I will.
And it will make you top of the class.
Well, I mean, I'm the only one in the class, but so I'm technically already the top, but,
Well,
but also the bottom, so I guess I have to work hard, extra hard.
Yes.
May I ask a question?
Ask away.
The transformation you're so famous for. Does it hurt?
Well, it's not the most enjoyable experience.
Well,
You. It's been a long time. The first time, ooh. Not good.
There's a spell that I've been learning, but it can change people, but it doesn't hurt. But it's not the same. It's just more of a visual counterpart to your mighty transformation.
Would I know the spell that he's talking about?
Sure. Yeah, you know everything. It's probably just one of those lower level ones that kind of covers you in that sort of mirage, that image.
Like disguise self.
Yeah.
Sure. Nice. I just wanted to know. Well, yes, well, you keep working and maybe you can find ways to properly change people.
Yes, well, Father says it'll take a few years to build up my power to that sort of level, but so he did say something about some shortcuts, but he wouldn't speak any further on that. I didn't think he was supposed to.
No.
Right. Not that I don't really approve of shortcuts anyway. I just feel like good hard study is the way to go, right?
Certainly the safest.
Safest, and I do like to be safe, although I don't mind pushing the limits a little. I'm not scared of anything.
Well, interesting.
Should I be scared of a few things? I mean, with Father, I just feel like we're unstoppable.
Well, yes, he is a most powerful wizard. But everybody is scared of some things.
Well, I hope I find something to be scared of soon then.
Well.
And then together, we can vanquish it.
I read that.
I will, thank you. I've kept you far too long, I'm so sorry.
My fault. I must,
Yes. Yes, thank you so much for spending the time talking to me.
Yes.
I'm a big fan.
No.
The fist.
Head off.
I was really in tears.
No, come back and join you.
I think I've just been probably talking with Atticus a bit more, with everybody who's around.
Yes, there has been some peculiar things going on, as you said. I mean, with these new members, there's a couple of people who've dropped off the map recently.
Yes,
I've tried to reach out to them, but no response.
Do you feel as though the spell is reaching its target?
No. That's a sort of...
That's what concerns me.
It dissipates, and I don't know if that means the worst, or simply it cannot...
I've been wondering if
reach
it's
its location.
possible for them to be perhaps cut off from their magic, their sources.
Well, there are magical ways to stop certain spells, such as scrying and message from reaching their target. They could be simply requiring a little privacy in their own endeavours. But we weren't expecting anything.
It seems too much of a coincidence for multiple younger members to be experiencing the same thing at the same time.
Yes, it is troublesome.
But that is what we are here for, and I'm sure we will get to the bottom of it soon.
Yes, well, once Howard is here, the council will meet and...
Yes. Quite. I'm sure he shall be along at any moment now.
Will he be along at any moment now?
In about 5 seconds' time.
You can hear the clonk of the lift as the...
There you are.
Yes, I'm here.
Wonderful. Now we just have to wait for Gilbert. He's just with my son. Ah, here he is.
Harold. Morning, Gilbert. Morning, Frederick.
We were just speaking of the... I don't want to say disappearances, but the lack of communication that we've been experiencing.
Ah.
You know the ones. Edric, Solomon, Lucius. Studious types. Well, shall we make our way to the High Protector? Very good. And he leads you through the lounge, and then through the doorways that the girls originally walked out to, into that lounge, and into that rounded chamber that is all seated with the tiered seating with the small
Oh my
platform in
god.
the middle.
What a
There's
throwback.
And in there...
You didn't go in there because you got stuck in your pocket dimension.
That
Ah,
was why
yeah,
I don't remember
okay,
it.
Yeah. No, you weren't even in the room when we discussed it. You walk through that room and into the back, through some back doors there, into the private chambers of the High Protector and the offices of the Council of Five. So there's a large table there that 4 other members are sitting at, with a few other spare seats. Atticus takes his seat lower down. At the head of the table is the High Protector, Postmaster General John Clendon. Of course, you know him well. That is his job over at Westminster and whatnot. I actually don't know where the Postmaster General would work, but in the government.
Is he a real person?
He's a real person.
What's his name again?
John Clendon.
John Clendon. And he is also, yes, the High Protector of the Brotherhood.
How would we refer to him?
High Protector.
High Protector.
But you can also refer to him by his name, John.
Okay.
Is it John? Yes,
Yeah.
John. Because you are the Fist. 3 of the most valuable members and highly trained and powerful of the Brotherhood.
Feel important.
He's an older man, late 50s. Everybody stands as you arrive. High Protector, council members, may I present, of course, the Fist, Lord Frederick Penhallow, Gilbert Bronton, and Howard Pentecost. Now that the formalities are out of the way, of course, shall we sit down and discuss this urgent matter? Yes, gentlemen, welcome. Please take your seats. As you know, there has been a few misgivings arising over the recent weeks since the passing of the king, really. And I think the most troubling now is that 3 of our younger members have, yes, been uncontactable for the last few weeks. And I know you have been looking into other strange occurrences, more occurrences than usual. Sort of, Gilbert, you were mentioning before about an alignment of stars and the moon.
Yes.
You said a weakening of the gates might be occurring.
Yes.
Could you tell us more about that?
Of course.
Please then. You have the floor.
Well, you see, there are several stars, and these specific stars, well, we can't see them at the moment. There is the planets and the stars. That there is a certain point where they will form a sort of line where you can't see them behind the moon, and that is when things are easier to break through.
Any idea when this might be occurring?
A few weeks time.
Well, then we should be prepared. Have you had any success in your investigations down at Ratcliffe? A strange place for such occurrences to be happening, but an ancient place, so not that surprising, I suppose.
There have been sightings of sort of symbology relating to the moon, which, of course, could be a coincidence, but given the time of year...
Do we, gentlemen?
Most certainly not.
You have been speaking to one of your contacts in Ratcliffe. Reverend Anthony Blythe, an elder gentleman who is wise in the way of magics and whatnot. He is the priest at the local church in Ratcliffe, and he's been your source of information for quite some time for the general goings on of that area and any sort of mystical things. And you actually have a meeting with him later this evening, because he recently told you that he believes his church is currently being haunted by some sort of ghost, and he's requested your aid to just deal with it.
Well, I did need to feed back to you on that, actually. We've been speaking with the Reverend Blythe,
Yes.
and he has some concerns about some strange activity going on in his own church. He believes it to be a haunting, whether or not it is or is something of a more demonic plane. We perhaps shall discover later this evening. We are set to meet with him.
Rare, but not impossible, I suppose, but a simple ghost or poltergeist should be no problem for you.
Of course. But if it is tied into everything else that's been going on, that's where the concern lies.
Yes, of course. If he has any other information, please
Of course.
feed it back to us as soon as you can.
As I've said, we are set to meet with him this evening, so tomorrow morning, first thing, we shall be back.
And have you had any luck with the new king?
Not yet.
Yes, I take it from your silence he is still being a rather stubborn and obstinate young man. Whatever happened to the time when our children respected their elders, hey? People said hey back then.
His Majesty has been through a lot. It is my hope that with time and repeated effort, we may be able to enact the ritual.
I mean, in fairness, I can't say I blame him watching his father descend into madness.
No child should have to go through that.
He hardly wants to... Who would want to set themselves on the same path?
But it must be done for the good of all, and so we will achieve it.
Yes.
It may just take longer than we would have hoped.
Atticus, have you made any progress on limiting this progress of madness in the ritual? I have been working on a few spells that could be used to sort of, perhaps not reverse, but stave off for some time and lengthen the period before madness sets in. There is, of course, the Greater Restoration spell that can deal with sort of lower level magics of that sort, but of course the ritual is so powerful it overrides anything like that in a matter of days to weeks, as you've all seen in the past. The last 20 years have been quite difficult. And now Paris having fallen, it's more important than ever that our king maintains that bond with the gate.
Quite.
We tried to smuggle out the Louis. But let's say the peasants were quite keen on getting their pound of flesh, and well, yes, we don't want a repeat of that here, do we?
No.
If we can, my lord, if we can push government to help the people more.
Absolutely.
I mean, Ratcliffe itself, I think, is an ideal example of where poverty can lead. That it is a tinderbox ready to explode. Howard, you spent quite some time there. Do you find the people there unsettled?
In a way, yes. But, well, I think the people there seem quite jovial.
Jovial, my understanding was that the poverty there was quite extreme.
Well, quite. but
They're used to their lot in life, is what you were saying.
exactly. But they're used to it, and they do what they can, and they're quite good at what they do.
So the abundance of criminal activity there gives you no cause for concern?
Well, yes.
Make a deception check, because
The
on.
side of Ratcliffe that I've seen is very different.
yeah,
Uh,
you have not been getting to know the locals that they are expecting you to know.
yeah, that's a 10.
10. I see. But those that you do have a intimate acquaintance with seem pleasant enough.
Oh, entirely so.
Perhaps, my lord, further investigation will be required. I can send some of my own men
Absolutely.
just to get a feeling. Now, this woman you mentioned, this elder, the Duna, was it? You've had conversations with her, I trust. Did you get an idea of, well, is she a charlatan, or does she have some sort of power behind her?
Well, it's hard to say. She's quite a frustrating person to try and have a civilized conversation with.
See.
Fond of wordplay and false answers, I believe.
Yes. But the last thing we need is another witch incursion. It took us long enough to stamp it out 100 years ago. If that sort of nonsense starts to raise its head again.
Well, we shall deal with it.
Yes, women dancing in the woods with demons is the last thing we need. Not with everything that's going on right now. So yes, do keep an eye on her, and if there is truth behind the sort of gossip behind this medicine woman, I'm not sure what to refer to her as, but we shall bring her in for questioning.
We shall keep our eye out.
Very good, very good. Well, it seems you have a job to do in Ratcliffe, and we have our own jobs to do here, so it was good to check in with you. It's good to have you all back in London.
Of course. It's good to be here.
Yes, well, blessings be with you, and take care out there.
And you.
We'll check in with you tomorrow. Very good. Very good. Oh, you're dismissed.
Of course. Leave.
Mm-hmm.
Does Atticus leave with us?
No, he stays. He's one of the council of 5, so they have some other business to discuss. So, there you are. What do you do next?
Do we know anything about ghosts? Like, have we ever dealt with a ghost before?
Of course, not.
Okay.
They're quite rare. For a ghost to appear, usually requires some sort of traumatic event that tears them away from their normal dissipation and passing. So it does give you cause for concern, because it's a very rare occurrence that usually requires some sort of magical intervention of some sort, or being close to a place of power that just, interrupts the normal process of a soul dissipating into nothing.
And we would know how to capture a ghost, if that is the case.
You can head to the quartermaster and pick up the sort of items that you would need.
Nice.
Cool.
We'll head there then.
So you head there. The quartermaster is in his office. He's a man in his sort of 35, mid-30s. Very studious fellow. Has his hair very brushed down, very tight and greased. His tie is done up very well. Sits very straight up, and he's like, gentleman.
What's his name?
Alexander Forthright.
Ooh.
His name is Alexander Forthright.
Nice.
And he is indeed very forthright.
Mr. Forthright?
Gentlemen.
It appears we may have a ghost on our hands.
I see. Is this a capture or destroy mission?
We attempt to capture.
Then you'll be wanting a Morne box, I imagine. Anything else?
If that's the only thing we know that's like specifically for that.
Sure. And will you be returning any of the other items you've borrowed recently? So he gets out a separate book. Let me see here. 2, 3, 4 rings of protection. There was a cloak, I believe you borrowed. I didn't see any. A top hat.
This is my very own top hat.
I see. Make a deception.
Why is Harold such chaos?
That's an 11.
12. I see. Gentlemen, you do know this is my job.
Yes, of course. And you do it most admirably. Nothing that I have taken out requires to be returned just yet. While we are on such important business.
I mean, yes, it is true that we don't have exactly return dates on items that are passed out. But it is good to at least let me set my eyes on them, make sure they haven't been misplaced, waylaid, dare I say destroyed.
Very well. And I will take out and show him the inventory. I take out my sword. I will methodically go through.
You may very well inspect my hat.
Yeah, I only have 2 things.
Good.
And I'll uncuff my sleeves and roll them up, and I'll just hold my hands out for the braces and the ring.
That still leaves about 19 other items that you do not have with you at this moment. Dare I say, if I was to take a country stroll to Bledlow, I would come across some. Or perhaps a trip to Stone or Sevenlock. Perhaps if I was sitting at your dining table, I may look up across the wall and see a shield hanging there, gleaming with its magical might.
Everything I have in my possession is of absolute use in its place. I appreciate your desire to do your job thoroughly, sir. It is quite admirable.
You do, of course, know if you were anybody else, you would not get away with this.
I believe the Brotherhood organises and uses its resources correctly.
You may have the protection of the council, but I am keeping a ledger.
Quite right.
As you should.
I will return a hat one day. Just not today.
People will be the death of me. Very well. A Morne box. Capture the ghost. Bring it back.
We will.
We will certainly do that.
And once you've emptied the box, return it to me.
So you don't want the box?
No, I do not want the ghost.
Well,
Whatever you decide to do with it.
It's always good to clarify.
What I do with a filled Morne box. Gilbert.
Alexander.
The Morne box, if you please, and then we shall be on our way. We do have business to attend to.
Yes, but there was a specific item that you borrowed quite some time ago. A key?
A key.
Magical key. Unlocks any lock.
It's not sounding
Not
familiar.
ringing any bells.
Not.
Roll a deception check.
These guys are deranged.
This is so funny.
With my -1 still, guys. Putting it out there. 17!
Grogu.
Greg.
Are you sure you don't have it?
Perhaps one of the other members.
I mean, I have it down here as your... Did you pass it on to anybody else?
I honestly don't have any recollection.
I have it here quite clearly that it was given to you.
Perhaps an error in the records.
Perhaps somebody thought it might be fun to look like me. You need to keep a sharp mind, sharp eye on these things.
I suppose, yes, some of the younger wizards are prone to these practical jokes. If that is the case, then... Well... I'll have my eye on them.
Quite right.
As for the rest of you... I want these missing items back within weeks.
How many weeks?
They didn't specify. Shall we?
Yes.
As soon as conveniently possible.
As soon as we are safely able to, without interrupting the flow of our work, sir.
As soon as possible, please, he says as you're...
As
Walking away. These guys.
Rich pants.
He's so worried about the
One
hat and it's on my head.
Morne,
He can clearly see that the hat is fine.
So funny to be like, yes, we will return it tomorrow. We don't. We just leave it at once.
We hide
For
it in a
weeks
trunk.
trunk.
He doesn't know that. Any other business here or
I believe that's all for me.
Mm-hmm. Might get a top up. And then we can be on our way.
If you must.
The bar is, of course, plentiful. So you head to the Church Immaculate. It's St. Mary's Church. Because they're all called St. Mary's Church. The Church of the Holy Virgin. And there you... Yes, you go knocking on the large doors and sort of let yourself in. You find the Reverend at the far end with some light shining. He's just reading through his Bible, working on his next sermon.
Reverend Anthony,
Ah, my lord.
we've
Here.
come about the problem.
Yes, it's been quite real, I think. Only tends to happen at night, so you're here a little early, but you're welcome to wait around unless you have other places to be.
Well, it might serve us to investigate a little first.
Of course. We have the catacombs, of course, which is my first thought, but we haven't buried anyone new in there in years, so it seems unlikely that would have been the original location of this summoning ghost.
And your catacombs. Only entrance here, or
Yes, just at the back, beneath the grating by the font. No other way in or out. They're very small, only a handful of chambers.
Do you know if there have been any disturbances in the energy around the area recently? The thing with ghosts is the process of creating one is something of an interruption of the normal process.
Yes, well, the item that you so kindly gave me, the detect magic stone.
Yes.
I have not. It's not. Hasn't activated in the way you said it might. The glowing of sort of objects around it does activate when the ghost is there. I believe it's a ghost. But other than that, no other items in the sort of local vicinity have triggered any sort of reaction from it.
Well...
Did you need it back? You did say it was borrowed.
No, I think it best that you hold on to it for a while.
Very well, I'm happy to.
It seems this area is experiencing some strange occurrences, and you would do well to keep informing us of anything that does happen.
Of course, and if no one else is asking for it back, then I'm happy to keep hold of it.
I believe it is better placed here for now.
Well, in terms of what I've been seeing going on in Ratcliffe, there has been, yes, strange occurrences, I would say. The docks have been quite busy. I've heard rumours of sort of human cargo being moved in and out, not the usual sort, as well as various shipments that have kind of gone. I mean, of course, smuggling is rife here, so a lot of it is simply the usual. Rum from France and wine and just anything, just tax avoidance stuff. So, and of course, I don't frequent the vicinity myself. I'm not exactly welcome among the dock workers and seafarers there. But yes, the most probably concerning thing I've noticed is comings and goings around the full moons. There appears to be some sort of gathering in a house just out of town. It's not been lived in for some time, but it is reasonably well kept. But yes, once a month or so, it seems people come from the city and gather there. I haven't taken the time to investigate fully myself. I've just been keeping an eye on it. But late at night, a number of carriages have come in, and it only seemed now that I've been keeping a diary, and it seems to align with the full moons.
Well, that is interesting.
Gilbert has pulled out his little notebook and is taking notes this whole time.
Could you perhaps give us the address of the location? It might be worth our investigating there.
Yes, you can't miss it. It's I think it's the fourth sort of farmhouse, just on the left-hand side. So you're leaving Ratcliffe out towards the coast.
Of course. Well, we shall see if we can find anything there.
Yes. Yes. Be careful, gentlemen. It seems these are out of towners of sorts. They're certainly not locals.
Well, that makes sense.
Quite what they're finding now, I don't know, but
we shall
yes, you're
certainly
much
find
better
out.
placed to find out than me.
Yes. So, smuggling, human cargo, and folk from the inner city meeting at this house on the full moon.
Yes, and there has been talk of missing children, but of course that is fairly regular. I can't say it's been more than usual, but perhaps.
Hard to say in a place like this, is it not?
Yes.
Shame.
And the Ratcliffe runners, of course, are making their usual
the group
mess of things.
Lowlifes.
Yes, the thugs and criminals. They are a little more organised than usual, but they seem to have a new leader, a man. He likes to go by the name the Cobbler for some reason. I think it makes... I mean, he is a cobbler, so there is that, but...
Strange.
It is a very...
Well, we have spoken, and I shall try to push for a stronger policing here next time I'm in the houses.
That would be good, that would be good. Of course, there is, there are sort of competing organisations in town at the moment. The woman from the Velvet Masquerade. I don't have much to do with her myself, but she seems to be organising her own sort of,
On a
resistance.
30-20 insight, do I know that's where you go and what that is?
Well, Gilbert certainly does. Has Gilbert kept that to himself? on a...
On a dirty 20 insight. I think...
I feel like you know
can pick
the
up a
name of the
vibe.
establishment.
Yeah.
I actually want to roll insight. Have I noticed anything going on, like, at the masquerade?
You've certainly met
Mm-hmm.
Madam Beatrice.
Yeah.
You haven't taken the time to get to know her in any deep way. You haven't noticed that she's, organising anything. This is just...
I'm too preoccupied with...
She runs a fine establishment, a well-run establishment
Okay.
with excellent clientele
Mm-hmm.
and hostesses and hosts. Yes, she's certainly one to keep an eye on, I would say. She seems to be a main player in Ratcliffe at the moment.
A woman, you say, from a disreputable establishment?
Yes, among all things can you believe.
Strange.
She's been here for quite some time. Perhaps 10 or 15 years, I believe. As long as I have, but it's only in the last 5 or so years she's really established herself. Her headquarters was originally an abandoned manor house that Ratcliffe ended up growing around. The Ratcliffe Runners, it was their main headquarters for some time, but she organised a sort of routing a few years ago and took the establishment for herself and has managed to hold on to it ever since. It has caused some friction between the two groups. But there's nothing, as far as I can tell, between the two of those groups is demonic or magic in nature. It's this new group that concerns me, more the timing around the moons. It seems ritualistic in nature, and that's what concerns me.
Absolutely. Well, we shall look into it, and I'm sure we will find some direction to follow.
Very good, very good.
In the meantime, the ghostly activity that you've been experiencing, can you tell us anything more about that?
So, candles lighting, going out, doors slamming, windows closing, the sort of thing that could be blamed on the wind, but can often happen simply on a quiet, warm night. Not that it's warm, obviously, it's winter, but, a still night.
Spring.
I suppose officially spring, but...
Please continue.
Yes,
I'm going to start looking around.
Shadows moving, chilled touches on the back of the neck. It was subtle at first, but yes, in the last couple of days I feel like the presence has perhaps grown stronger, perhaps in some way. My good friend, the doctor, Thomas Munro, was passing through. Only a few weeks ago, there was he'd come to collect some of the people of Ratcliffe who had some of the more troubled members, to take them back to Bedlam. It was just after he'd visited. That was when I feel things took a turn for the worst. Perhaps, I think, yes, it was that very night actually that I first saw it. The more of a convalesced apparition, dark, small in stature, but sort of red glowing eyes, made of shadow, very, very spooky stuff, I must say.
Has anybody in your parish been harmed?
Not so far.
Well, that's something.
Yes.
Can I ask, would we know who Dr. Munro is?
Oh, yes,
'Cause he's been treating the king, right?
Yes.
So that's a person we trust.
I certainly know, yes, he's a member of the king's sort of close, well, the dead king's closer quarters, and yes, he was treating him for his madness, helping him. The family of doctors that has run the Bledlow Mental Asylum for... the Bedlam Mental Asylum for a few generations. Okay. He's a Scottish man that his family moved down. And they run, yes, mental asylum.
Right.
While they've been talking, I've been like looking around for signs of anything, giving it a sniff.
Cool. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Just it smells very churchy. Cold slate, dust, sort of smoke in the air.
Well, there's nothing, as you said.
Yes, only seems to happen.
Come back
in the dark
later.
Very well.
We wanted to speak to.
Juna?
That's the one.
Juna.
Ah, yes.
I just thought that we could. Yep.
Very well.
Well, if you can find her, she always manages to give me the slip. I've tried to, make her acquaintance, but she doesn't seem too interested in,
cooperating.
I wouldn't say cooperating, but just having a relationship with the church. Does give me cause for concern.
Yes, well, rest assured that we have eyes on her too.
Of course. Would you like a blessing before you leave?
Very well.
Cool. He sort of yes. Name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Go in peace, and yes.
We shall return this evening.
The Lord protect you all.
And we will head towards where we know Duna lives.
Sure.
Or is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't actually know if she lives there.
Sure, you head that way through the back streets in your fine clothing. You get a lot of looks as you're waltzing around the streets. A couple of men start to follow you for a little bit, just sort of curious. Especially when you head down. But as you start to head towards Dunas, they sort of drop back and disappear again.
You go knock on the door.
The door creaks open.
Go in.
As you step in, the door slams behind you.
Hello?
Well, this is enthralling.
Perhaps she will show herself in a moment.
Or perhaps she won't.
It's very interesting entrance. Perhaps compliments are...
The door in front of you starts to slowly creak open.
I told you.
And a small hand is holding onto the door as it opens. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I keep you waiting?
She's quite all right, madam.
What can I do for you, exquisitely dressed gentlemen?
How are you? How are things?
Oh, how kind of you to ask. I'm very well, thank you. You seem to be a little lost.
Not at all.
What a strange place to meet such fine gentlemen.
It is your home, is it not?
In Ratcliffe?
Of course.
We don't often get visitors such as yourselves.
We?
Ratcliffe, my dears.
Of course. Well, Ratcliffe has certainly become an interesting place in recent times.
Well, poverty will do that to people. I'm just
Shame.
here to play my part.
What do you suppose that part is?
Why, I just help the population. Herbs, medicines, general care.
It's an 8 insight from me.
With a 21 perception, what can I smell?
What can you smell on her?
Or in the room, like, because I feel like there's some herbs that, like, only magic users have, and then there's some herbs that are just, like, general things, or if there's anything, like, demonic-y.
It's an
+5 is insane.
It's an eclectic mix of smells. There's the smell of burning sage. There's the smell of incense of various types. There's just that underlayer of burning wood, soot, charcoal that kind of comes out from the door behind her. You can't pick out any particular. There's not one smell going over the top. It's everything.
I got an 18 on insight.
On insight. She doesn't seem to be lying.
Okay.
She's certainly not being forthcoming. She's a bit creepy. Were you here to purchase something?
What do you have for sale?
Well, what is ailing you?
Nothing bar the worry of the festering of sin and crime in such a place as this. One hears things these days about people themselves being smuggled in, comings and goings.
Oh, how troublesome. Anxiety, you say, and stress. We do have a herb for that.
Actually, sorry, on another note, I'd heard potions we could get from you. Somebody mentioned potions in your name.
Potions? No, I offer remedies.
Yes, remedies and
I
tinctures.
suppose people might call them potions, but tinctures, remedies, just basic herbs and spices.
Insight.
Yeah.
8.
19.
On an insight.
Yeah, on her potions. Or remedies.
Yeah, she's probably lying.
Yeah.
She could be a charlatan.
He already thinks that.
Yes, I heard about somebody mentioned that they'd had a row with their beloved, and that you had offered something to help.
Well, sometimes I offer a little advice, yes, little guidance. I'm
in the tincture department.
Oh, well, is this a conversation you'd like to have privately?
Oh, no.
It happens to most men, and that's nothing to be ashamed of.
There are no secrets between me and mine.
Well, very well. I have a wonderful herb here that is really quite the libido booster.
Please.
And that helps.
That is absolutely not what we're here
what
for.
I was getting at.
Mr. Brunton, if you would like to continue.
I have a look later.
Very good, sir.
No, that you don't seem to have what I'm asking for.
Oh, I see.
And you don't know anything about these strange happenings?
There were always strange happenings in Ratcliffe.
Of course there are.
But I'm glad you're looking into them. What strange happenings?
They mentioned smuggling and whatnot.
Smuggling?
Missing children. The usual, I suppose.
Yes.
Strange groups meeting on the outskirts.
We came for protection. That's another thing people have mentioned with you. We're looking into awful things to protect people is.
I see. Well, I can offer you some protective charms if that's what you'd like.
Might I have a look?
Yes, of course. Just wait here one moment. She shuffles back into her room, comes back with these sort of wooden carved beads that can, wristbandy type things. Here, these often are known to protect you from all sorts of bad dreams and anything like that. Sometimes they're known to bring you good luck as well. Of course, they're not free.
From just looking at them, can we tell if it's just bullshit?
Make an Arcana check.
I have advantage with that.
I got a nat 20 and I think I have a +6.
I got a 3.
To recall lore about spells, magic items, and planes of existence.
Yeah, that's a 25.
Natural 20 for a
Oh,
27.
we both got a nat 20.
Slay.
I got a 2.
Harold knows nothing.
You're already pulling your money out.
Yeah, go on then.
Yes. You're interested? Oh, very good. Just 5 shillings.
Oh, yep.
Very good. Oh, very good. Just wear them all the time and they'll protect you. That's what they say.
It's just wooden beads. Sorry. I don't say that.
How rude. Yes, they're just wooden beads.
Yeah.
I think they look rather nice, actually.
I carved them myself.
Fine work.
Thank you. It's good to meet someone who appreciates what I do.
Very well.
Thank you.
I'm glad I could help.
As you are looking to help people,
Yes.
we are doing the same.
In your
Perhaps our
own way,
paths
I'm
will
sure.
cross.
Gentlemen,
Good day.
we'll leave.
Good day, Mr. Pentecost. The door slams.
Thank you.
Good day, Gilbert. Good day, Frederick. What a
We hear that.
strange bunch of men.
I certainly do. I definitely do.
Oh, I do too.
So do I.
We all
I
do.
just muttered to myself, she doesn't know my first name.
Well, I'm sure research can only take her so far.
You know those are just beads.
Are they?
Unfortunately.
Well, my point still stands. I think they're rather nice. Fine handiwork.
Each to their own.
Your daughter would probably love them.
Probably.
Well, that was...
As useless as I unfortunately thought it might
I
be.
got a nice bracelet out of it.
Add it to your inventory.
So, where to?
Well, might be worth taking a look at the house you mentioned. While we're here.
Yeah. Yes. Now?
Well, unless there are any other pressing issues to pass our time in Ratcliffe.
Wow.
What time is it?
2 in the afternoon.
Loads of time.
Well, yeah.
tail's just itching. I was like, I know a place where we can pass the time.
Yeah, but I also know they're probably all resting. I respect that. I respect their work.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I suggest that we take a look at this house, at least determine its location, and perhaps return tomorrow for a more thorough investigation.
Scope it out.
Quite.
Come back prepared.
Exactly.
Well, the full moon is tomorrow.
Yes, well, the full moon is tomorrow, so we should certainly be prepared for that.
Well, yes, I suggest we take a look now then, see initial entries and exit points perhaps,
Yes.
and we return tomorrow.
Prep
Quite.
for an ambush.
Well, we don't know about that, but
Prep for it. I don't have a better word than an
ritual
ambush.
perhaps?
Well,
I quite like the word ambush.
Are we doing a ritual?
No,
No,
but
we will
if
do
they
an
are,
ambush.
I suppose.
I'm happy to go with ambush.
All right, chaps, shall we be on our way? Frederick just smiles, shakes his head. What are these two like? That's the look on his face.
Is Frederick actually amused?
Sort of. I think Frederick is constantly faintly amused by the other two. He just doesn't join in that much, you know?
Fair enough.
Like, he draws a line when the line has been met. But right now, he's just like, these two.
I pull out of my pocket. Just like a bit of string from home. I tie it together. And I say, protective bracelet.
I think that's one for you, old chap. Go nicely with your other one.
Well, he's already got one.
And I think it's quite nice.
Frederick just puts it in his pocket. Shakes his head.
All right, we head to the house to scope it out.
Cool.
Come on, gentlemen.
So you take a nice stroll out of Ratcliffe by foot, I guess.
I guess so.
And you head in the directions you were given until you get to this place that looks like it's the one. Little pathway leading up to it, to this sort of house that is unlived in but still in good condition by the looks of it. Mm-hmm. There's a well just to the side of the path, and a locked door to the front of this small house. A couple of sheds out the back.
If it looks like there's nobody around, I'll sort of, if I can, do like a perimeter around the house and just sort of look from all angles, looking at like doors and ways in and out.
I'm listening and smelling to see if there's anybody about.
I also rolled a 19 on my investigation.
Okay, so there are two doors, one at the front, one at the back. There's a sort of fenced off sort of gardeny area that might have would have maybe had some chickens in at some point. There's a sort of rows of what would be vegetables and stuff, but nothing's growing there. So just a disused
Plot,
yes.
18.
17.
Cool. On an 18, you do pick up faint smells of death. You can smell sort of, rotting flesh coming from somewhere. Just a little faint. And then on the wind, it's gone again.
Okay.
It's just a house.
Farrell.
It's in good condition. Like, someone's obviously, looking after this house, even though there's no one living in it.
What is it?
Something died.
Oh.
Here? Recently?
Not sure. It's gone.
Well, that could be from anywhere in this part of town.
Well,
But
quite.
a little concerning.
Shall we scope?
Go ahead.
Go try the door.
Sure. It's locked.
Do you have that key on you?
No.
If you,
It's not in my inventory.
you don't have a key. Wait, never mind.
I seem to have left that behind.
Right.
I keep forgetting that. It's
Yes,
useful.
it is. Well, we perhaps have time to go and fetch it, but I'm not sure how much
Are there any windows open?
point that would be.
No.
How-
It's locked up tight.
How discreet are we trying to be?
Well, quite. I think it wise to perhaps let them go on with their meeting, whatever they have planned for tomorrow, and that way we can show up quietly, perhaps at least work out what it is they're intending, what they're doing, what they talk about, and then, if needed, we eliminate them.
I won't shoot the lock then.
No, I think not. Not yet, anyway.
Yes. So, we won't scope.
Perhaps not right now.
Don't know why he's obsessed with scoping. We
Well-
could get cloaks.
Cloaks of what kind?
Well, usually rituals, there's cloaks. We could.
Yes, but if we don't know what cloaks they wear, I think it might be quite difficult to infiltrate them.
I could have a look at them later, get to know what they look like, and then transform.
Yes. Perhaps if Mr. Blythe gives us an indication on the sort of times that they meet, if we arrive earlier than that, earlier to see them, then
Or I could chase them in.
you could simply do that. But I do think it important at this stage of everything that we're dealing with to at least garner some information on who they are and what they're doing before we do what it is that we do.
Did you say there was a couple sheds?
Yes.
Like,
One is like a sort of lean-to against the house, and the other was like a standalone one.
okay.
We should go look at those.
Should we look at the one next to the house first?
All right.
Just gardening tools and implements, saws, just general sort of DIY type stuff. A lot of it is fairly rusty.
Okay.
Doesn't look like any of it's been used in quite some time.
Well,
Well,
nothing here.
no, it seems not.
Just a place to meet.
But we come prepared tomorrow,
Perhaps I'll remember that key.
perhaps.
And I'll bring the hat as long as Alexander doesn't pry it off me.
Or just make yourself look like somebody else. He'll never know.
Very true.
He should really do something about that. Being able to... Nope, that was a lie that I told.
All right.
As you're making your way back to the main road again, that faint whiff of death brushes across your nostrils. You catch it, you follow it, and then it's gone again.
I lost it.
Well, all manner of unsavoury smells in Ratcliffe.
I mean, technically you're outside of Ratcliffe now.
Yeah, but surely the smells are coming from Ratcliffe still.
Well, certainly for Gilbert. Plus, it could just be in the clothes.
Very well then. Is there anything either of you wanted to achieve or prepare before tonight?
No. Other than something to eat.
Excellent idea.
Perhaps back to White's? Spot of lunch?
What time is it now?
4 o'clock,
When's it going to get dark?
6 to 7. Probably 6-ish, yeah, a couple of hours.
Back and forth and back and forth and
We'll leave as
back
soon
and
as we
forth
finish.
again. Excellent.
Right, we'll go and
Very well, you
Have
go
some
all the way back
dinner.
to White, have a very quick dinner, and
Bonkers choice.
head back again. Well,
Yeah.
where else would
arm
one eat?
ourselves, yeah.
We're eating Ratcliffe.
Exactly.
Back and forth
Get
and
back
back
to
and
the
forth.
church as night is falling. You're greeted again by the Reverend.
Oh, we should have checked out the docks. Oh well.
Ah, you're back. Well, the sun is almost set. Shall I leave you to it? Or would you prefer I waited around?
For your own safety, it might be better that you leave. We can come
Very
and
good.
fetch you when it's done.
Very good. Well, you know where I'll be.
Of course. Stay safe.
Yes. The rectory, right? That's the word for a place
Yeah.
where... Yes, which is like next door.
And if you hear any noises, don't come out.
Absolutely not.
All the best.
Good luck. So, you settle down in the church. The last beams of sunlight are pouring through the stained glass window. It's colourful lights across the lectern, whatever they call it. And as that light lifts up and up, it sort of fades out, darkness begins to settle in. You didn't light the candles, did you, of course? So the church settles into darkness. It starts to get cold as the sort of fire has been allowed to sort of burn out as well. And it gets colder. And you can feel shivers running across the backs of your necks. Even with your beautiful neckties keeping you warm, it's like someone's running an ice cube along the back of your neck for a second. And then the doors slam open, they slam closed, they slam open, they slam closed. And you hear this high-pitched wailing scream fills all of your ears. And there in the middle is this bluey, glowing black shape of a person in front of you, their mouth open wide, its features not quite right, and its eyes burning red, and it sends out this scream at all of you. What do you do?
First things first, I'm casting Mage Armor on myself, because I think that's how Frederick starts any, incident that he has. But I think, I would have done that before, as it was getting cold and dark, as a preparation thing. Yeah, and I've got the Mournhold box.
Hello?
The screaming continues. And then this shape launches itself at you, comes towards you, like that. Roll initiative.
Oh, so bad. 6.
4.
26.
Harold is not having this.
This ethereal, dark, glowing creature lunges towards Gilbert. But Harold, you're fast, you're quick. You get to get an action in first.
Out of pure instinct,
Mm-hmm.
I shoot my guns. Fuck my whores and I shoot my guns. 29.
29.
Wow.
That is a 9 damage.
9 damage.
I'm still...
This bullet shoots out of your gun. It echoes out throughout the church and sort of... And this bullet passes through this ghost and splinters into a pew behind it. And it did some damage, but not quite as much. But you knew this. It's a ghost. You were acting with instinct.
acting out of instinct.
So at 9, that's actually a
4.
5. Its body sort of twists and shimmers and shudders as it's moving, and this bullet passes through, and it gets right up into Gilbert's face and lunges itself and contorts and squeezes into Gilbert's mouth.
What the fuck?
Succeed a DC 13 charisma.
Charisma! That's not
Why
fair.
he's done it to you?
16.
Fine. This creature ghost wraps itself around you. You feel this cold in your teeth down your throat, but you sort of push it out.
I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah, as you say that, it just sort of makes this sort of hissing sound at you.
I will open the box and attempt to use it. So you roll a charisma saving throw, and I roll an arcana check.
Okay. Mine was a 7.
Oh.
I literally can't do lower than that. If I rolled a 1, it would still be an 8.
Fine.
I rolled 12.
Okay, so you activate this box. The runes around the side start to glow a sort of reddish tinge to them. And just like a Stargate, runes go boom, 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 boom. As you use your arcanal know-how. Arcanal. It sounds like anal, it's very funny. And activate the box. And the ghost sort of gets... its attention shifts to this box.
Yeah.
Penhallow.
Well, I'm gonna keep attacking it because I think Frederick's tactic is, you know, if it's weaker, it's gonna be more drawn and less able to defend itself. And I think he just looks so unbothered. Like, I think he knows what he's doing as he does his like hand movements and casts his sorceress burst at Eloise.
Okay.
14?
14 does hit.
12 damage.
Okay. What type of damage is that?
Lightning damage.
Cool. So that will be 6 then.
Yeah. And then I wait. I'm very methodically for the next attempt for the box.
This arcane energy crackles over this thing's body. This lightning sort of forks and arcs out, and sort of you can see the shape of this creature almost taking form within its more blurry lines, and you can see the sort of limbs and things, and these thin arms and legs. How are you all sort of standing at this point? You're all kind of together.
Yeah, in my head you're in the middle because you've got the box and we've sort of split off to each side in a kind of like formation that I think we're used to taking if we're like, you know, if we're not fighting as a group of things.
Cool. What do you do?
Shoot me guns.
Shoot.
That's a 13.
That hits.
Oh, nice. Okay. A 13 damage. So
6.
6.
One of your bullets passes through again. The shape of this thing sort of ripples out and shifts as it passes through. Lurches back again. It turns to you and it just sort of fixes these eyes on you and just like, and are you done? Cool. And as it turns to you, its form almost doubles in size for a moment, and it takes a more horrifying visage on, and you all have to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
18.
17.
7.
Cool. Well, 13 you had to beat, so 2 of you are fine. Frederick just pees a little bit.
I don't know why Frederick is so scared of it.
Well, you tell me why he's so scared, but you just weren't. I think you just weren't. You weren't ready for it.
He was too confident. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Do we know how to get rid of the frightened condition, or does it just stay?
Wait, if the save fails by 5 or more, which it did, right? You got a 6.
You got 7.
7.
I got a 7.
Yeah, so that's 6 then. The target also ages 1d4 times 10 years. This creature takes all of you in, and its visage changes and grows, and it's kind of got these sort of... It's just horrifying. It's indescribable, and it's fixed so deeply on you, Frederick, deep into your soul, and it sucks out part of your life, and you just feel weak at the knees. Your hands begin to tremble. They hurt. There's like arthritic pain in them.
Frederick also has favoured by the gods, just like his little girl, which means when I fail a saving throw, I can roll 2d4 and add it to the total. Okay, plus 4 to my 7, so 11. I still fail, but I'm not in my 70s.
You can't move any closer to the creature, and you have disadvantage on saving throws and attacks.
Yeah, I like to think that it almost happened. Like the first
ability checks.
Yeah, in my head, right? The first signs of aging like started, like some white hairs like sprouted, and then Frederick being Frederick just like pulled himself back into his stance and like visualized the eyeball god that watches over his bloodline and like he was still scared, but the white just kind of retracted.
Gilbert, you're up.
Stop that. And we'll do another charge.
10.
20.
Ugh. So he gets drawn in even closer. More little glyphs light up on the box.
Frederick? You okay?
Fine, keep going.
Who was that?
No. He doesn't say okay, he says, all right?
All right.
Well, go on then.
All right, and then because I now have disadvantage on everything, I'm going to do my magic missile because I can't miss. 10.
10.
So yeah, after like pulling himself back, he just kind of settles and then very methodically like launches the magic missiles. So they just like one after the other, right in the same path.
Each one of these things, hits this creature and it deflects this way and that way, and its body contorts and bursts apart into places, and it screams out this high-pitched sort of wail at all of you. This ghost feels the force that's pulling pulling them into this box, and the source of this anguish and capturing.
Inviting, isn't it?
And it locks eyes with you, and it pushes itself towards you again, into your nostrils, into your ears, into your mouth. And you must again make another charisma saving throw.
11.
11. That's beautiful.
Oh god.
Yes, the target is incapacitated and loses control of its body. The ghost...
Mean that I lose control of concentration?
Don't worry about that. The ghost now controls the body, but doesn't deprive the target of awareness. So you're in there, watching.
So I've still got concentration then?
Sure.
If I'm aware, I feel like I still can.
I think that's the one thing.
Absolutely. While you're concentrating on this box that's in your hands, you have concentration.
Cool.
In your subconsciousness.
Excellent. Uh-oh.
Yes, the first thing this ghost does after taking your body...
Strap it box.
Yeets the box 20 feet away. Which is not very far, but it's suddenly getting used to your new body. It just tosses it forwards in the direction that you were already facing. And then Gilbert turns towards you, Harold, with a slow look. And then it's Gilbert's turn. Yeah, Gilbert turns towards you. And then he launches himself at you with a big right uppercut right across the face. Punches you in the face. You get 2 attacks, don't you? Mm-hmm. Does an 8 hit?
No.
Oh, and does a 5 plus 12 hit?
No.
Eloise isn't used to this type of big body, this adult body.
No, okay.
So I dodged the 2 hit. Good attempt there.
Frederick.
Alright, I'm gonna run to the box.
Does Gilbert not have a...
You'll have to run around in a semicircle.
Yeah,
because you can't get
I
closer.
figured. But in my head, that's sort of happening here, and I'm here. So I'm
I'll
gonna.
say that uses up all your movement.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna go to the box, pick it up, attempt to activate it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got a natural 20.
Oh yeah, I got an 8.
Harold, you've got Gilbert just beating down on you, or attempting to, taking wild swings at you with this crazed, dark look in his eyes. I think you know what's happened.
If you're hitting me, I'm probably going to hit back.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit you
All
to
right.
try and get you away from me.
Not with a 1.
Natural 1.
These men are actually
You
useful.
take a swing and Gilbert just moves with this inhuman sort of speed. You've seen it before. It's just, and your punch goes wide and you spin around. You look a fool.
I'll try again. Why not?
Why not?
This is so
Just think
fun.
about all those times that Gilbert's annoyed you. This is your moment.
What does Gilbert do that annoys Harold?
Apparently nothing very good, because they're not landing any hits.
10 miss. Each wild swing you do, Gilbert's body is just...
Wow.
You can't keep up with this inhuman speed of his.
I tried.
And then he swings back. Does a 19 hit and does a 15 hit.
The 19 does.
Clocks you for 6 across the face.
Cool.
Frederick's just like, this is so stupid.
I've probably got a nice bruise now on my eye. I can show it off at the Velvet Masquerade.
So Howard's just like, boom, boom, boom.
Gilbert.
No. Howard's like,
Oh, I see.
boom, boom, boom. His punches just go wide as Gilbert just like dodges each one and then comes up and just uppercuts you into the chin. Sends you reeling back a little. And
I
you
know. Yeah.
You're fine.
Frederick is just going to try the box again.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's the logical solution here. And I got a natural 20.
Yes, but shouldn't you be rolling with disadvantage? Because this is an ability check.
It is an ability check.
That's
And you're
sad.
currently frightened.
18.
18. So that's 23. Gilbert sort of senses this pull on him and it just sort of turns to look at you.
Now that the attention is off of me, I'm going to run towards the box.
It's just another quick one. Back of the head, you get punched for 5.
Okay. Cool.
So you're reading forwards a little. And then you sort of stumble over to Frederick.
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert, chases after you both.
Mm-hmm.
Launches themselves at you this time and just attacks twice. 19 and 23.
Okay, they both hit, but I can use shield. So one of them I can...
4 damage.
Well,
It's one punch goes wide and another one just slaps across your face.
nice.
Harold, you're up again.
I'm gonna
The
take.
3 of you are all just bunched up together now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the box.
Gilbert's swinging
Yeah.
wildly at you.
I kind of have to give it a go.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I take the box and I try and
You take the box, sure.
try and charge it. Oh.
That's 6. This useless, weak human body has lost interest to this ghost as it seeps back out as a bonus action from the ears, the nose, the mouth, the eyeballs, and wraps itself around you and casts Withering Touch. 22. 14.
Now that was not very nice. And I'll take the box off of her.
Thank you.
I tried my best.
You gave it a good go.
18.
There we go.
19.
Really?
Yeah, well, I rolled a 14 plus 5.
Guys, our dads suck. They're bad at their job.
All it knows is that this box causes it discomfort and bad stuff. We don't like bad stuff happening to us.
I don't like that we're bunched up. Maybe I'll just fucking move.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna...
You can afford to get hit.
I feel like I'm gonna take the box. And I'm gonna move.
Okay. And as you do that, you'll suffer an opportunity attack. 17 damage. As this necrotic energy courses through your muscles, as these little hands reach out from this shape and sort of grab into you.
I'm just gonna run full distance, which is 40?
Right to the edge of the church.
Yeah,
By the church
45.
door.
I want to get as far away from them as possible.
As you run, kind of to try and get her attention back so that you can do the box thing, I'm going to launch another sorceress burst at her. Does a 25 hit her?
Yes, it does.
8 points of damage, so 4.
Yeah, this creature's like almost fading out a little bit of existence now, and struggling to maintain its form. It's sort of vibrating a little. The energy is sort of pulsating. It's not kind of holding itself the way it was at the beginning. And then Howard, you're up.
I have to shoot again. 23.
23 does
rolled
hit.
like
12 damage.
Cool. Okay, as you hit this creature, as you hit this ghost, your bullet ricochets through again for 12 hit points. Its body sort of explodes into this bright, like eruption of blue energy, and just as it starts to dissipate, into this sort of cloud. It recoalesces again into this tight, white, hot ball, and it zips backwards into this box that's in Frederick's hands. Gilbert's hands, and the box snaps shut.
Not our best work.
We succeeded, didn't we?
Well,
Very well. Shall we fetch Blythe?
put the box in my bag.
Sure.
Harold's looking very pleased with himself.
Good. Good job.
You attacked me.
You have never hit me once with your fist. Not since we were children.
A ghost was inside of you. You hit me. I hit you back.
Frederick's gone to get Blythe. Frederick doesn't care about this.
Shoot guns, Harold.
Why would I shoot you?
Why would you try and punch me?
Because we're going around in circles here, man. You hit me.
Yes, but I can hit you. It was just an interesting choice.
Very well. Can't blame a man for trying.
Where's Frederick gone?
This is done.
It's done. You may return to the church safely.
It was a ghost, as I suspected.
Yes, but we have contained it, and we'll have it off of your hands.
Well, I'm sure it gave you no trouble.
Of course not.
Make it
Very
deception
straightforward.
check. Flat out lie.
What's his risk?
It's like +8. Or +9. I don't know. +7.
Oh yeah, because it's +8 for lying to his family. What did I just say? +8?
Yeah.
17.
Sure. That's good enough. Very good. Well, I can't thank you enough.
Oh no, there's no need. This is what we're here for. Precisely what we're here for.
Are the others well?
Yes, I believe so. None of us took too much damage from it.
Very good.
Come
Well,
with me.
I believe it's the full moon tomorrow night, so if you want to investigate this
Yes.
house.
Our plan is, as stands, to return tomorrow. Do you know what sort of time of day they often gather? We would like to...
It's late, often after midnight.
Of course.
Well, the last 2 times that I've observed their comings and goings.
Thank you. And thank you for everything that you do for our fine order. The risk that you put yourself in does not go unnoticed.
Oh, thank you. But, I do it because it's my duty and the burden we all have to accept for ourselves.
Quite right.
Yes, so we all walk into the church together.
They're quite safe and sound for you.
The damage to the pews and the lectern.
It will all be paid for, rest assured.
Thank you so much, because the people here have very little money.
Of course. We shall ensure that it is, if not better than the previous standard, at least restored.
Thank you so much.
All entirely my fault. Send me an invoice and I'll...
Of course, of course. Well, again, I will wish you good night then, and thank you for clearing this little thing up. I hope you find the answers you're seeking from this creature.
As do I.
No doubt they had some sort of wretched life, and you can send them to a better place.
I do hope so. Is there anything else that you can tell us about the group?
No, I think I've said all I can. They're quite mysterious. I've really only identified them by the fact they are moving by carriage, and I didn't want to get too close to
Of course.
them.
Do they wear cloaks?
They've certainly been seen wearing large coats and hats and sort of keeping their heads down as they've got in and out of the carriages.
Right.
Well, thank you. You have done a great deal of good today.
Thank you. Good night, gentlemen. The Lord be with you.
And you. Sleep well.
and we'll leave.
Sure. So you head back to
Whites.
White's. Get yourself some sleep.
Can we heal hit points?
Sure. Sure, you can all roll a d10.
Because we're our dads. 5.
Yeah, 5 also.
So I am
2.
back at full hit points.
I am not.
Yeah, you're back at
We get back to Whites.
Perhaps have an evening tipple.
Oh, yeah.
Settle the nerves.
Definitely have a bath and then a brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Frederick likes to keep face, so I think that like he'll go and have his evening meal and evening drink in the main area with everybody, be social to whoever is there, because, you know, that's what he does.
Very good, very good.
Gilbert will stay for dinner and then go upstairs and work on notes and read some books and not do that.
Very good.
Ordinarily, Harold would like go out tonight, but considering he's been to and from Ratcliffe like 3 times today, he can't be he can't be bothered. So he'll have dinner, he'll have a couple drinks, and then head to bed also.
Yeah, I'll like unpack all of my stuff and I'll put the box into the trunk, ready to look at after we deal with all of this.
Yeah. I think before I go to bed that night, I think Frederick is very organised, like very neat, everything in its right place. So I'll, make sure all of my magic items that I have are like safe, categorised fine, put them away ready for the next morning. And make sure like the map that we've been making of places that we've been investigating in Ratcliffe is like safely put away in the trunk as well. And then get an early night.
So, yeah.
Leave all my notes on the desk, as usual.
You sleep off the night. You can hear the roaring and laughter of men playing games and betting and all sorts of nonsense downstairs. How do you have a pang of jealousy that you're not down there joining them? But
Duty calls.
yes. And then the next day, you're up. It's breakfast. Eggs Benedict again, no doubt. Lunch turns around. Is there anything you need to do? Or simply just skipping ahead to the evening?
Well, we said we'd go back to the Brotherhood to like let them know
Yeah.
how things were going.
That is true.
So maybe at some point we go and we tell them
yeah.
the plan that we're going to scope out this house that we've been told has had strange activity.
Yeah.
But we've got, our weapons and our items that we use.
So, did you bring back the box?
Well, you wanted it empty, and it's not empty yet.
Quite.
Why would you not bring it with you and empty the box of its containment here?
I suppose it simply slipped your mind. It was a long evening after all.
I got
He
possessed.
sighs and just walks away, shaking his
Mr.
head.
Bronton was possessed by a ghost.
Oh, I'm possessed by something.
An impossible man.
Impossible, man.
I'm trying not to mess again, but I'm feeling like, what is Frederick doing on the last day before he vanishes? Because I feel like there is something I want to do, but I can't. I don't know.
Well, in the meantime, you did say you go looking for Atticus. You find Atticus in one of the training rooms. He's got his shirt off. He's just down to his pantaloons or whatever, his trousers. And he's just in there doing some bicep curls on some heavy weights and stuff. You can see these sort of tattoos all down both of his arms, down to his wrists. All this sort of arcane imagery and things. He's glistening in sweat. He's just counting off his reps. And he sees you guys. He's just sort of...
What number is he at?
Make a perception check as you were walking into the room.
21.
Cool, yeah. You think, because he's not saying, you think you hear him whispering 8, 9, 10 as he's
I'm just going to start saying random numbers.
Well, he's done at 10 anyway. He does heavy reps, short heavy reps.
Damn.
Talia would know.
Yeah, Gilbert doesn't.
Gilbert's like, could live that.
Probably. Anyway,
Howard's enjoying the view.
he drops the weights. Gentlemen, excuse the mess. Hurry, let me get a towel and clean myself up. Because he's a muscle wizard.
How are things in the very long time since we last saw each other?
Yes, that was what? Yesterday.
Yes.
Not even 24 hours.
Nope.
You are a strange one, Gilbert. You are
Thank
a
you.
strange one. But I respect that, and I respect your strength.
Yes.
Well, I can't say there's been any changes here. We haven't made any moves in the less than 24 hours since we had our discussions, but I'm sure within the next few days we'll make some progress, hopefully with the king.
Yes, I think we ought to visit court again in the next few days and make another attempt.
Perhaps if he can't be willingly convinced, we could take more direct action.
That ought to be a last resort, but if it is necessary, then it is necessary.
It may quickly become necessary. I fear the weakening.
Quite. In the meantime, we are heading to Ratcliffe again tonight.
Very good.
Back to the house that Blythe was talking about, with the strange comings and goings. Men in carriages.
Yes.
Every full moon.
And it is a full moon
Tomorrow, I believe.
tonight.
Tonight, yes, my mistake.
That's why we're going tonight, sir.
Very good, very good. I've heard a few rumours myself of beasts on the prowl. I'm going to inspect them. So, good luck, gentlemen.
And to yourself.
You stay safe and keep that boy safe.
Of course, always. If there's anything we all have in common, it's that we're all fathers and we'll put our lives before... Nope, the other way around. Put our children's lives before our own, right? It's why we do this.
Quite right.
But I'm sure it won't come to anything quite so grim.
No,
I can handle a small demon incursion single-handedly, quite frankly.
absolutely.
Just at all of you, so... I'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good luck.
And you.
You start making your way back to Ratcliffe again. Late, it's dark. You take horses this time? Or carriage?
I think we're just on horses. Because
Yeah.
the carriage would draw too much attention.
Unless we wanted to blend in.
You have contacts where you can just pick up a carriage, from one of these, Brotherhood safe houses, or horses, and make your way over. You head through Ratcliffe. You see eyes on you now and then. Occasionally people spend a little time walking with you, but there's 3 of you, you're on horse, it doesn't really... They're looking for easy pickings. The night is chill and quiet. The stars are out. It's a full moon. You can see quite easily in the dark. And you get closer to this house you've been at previously.
Is there anywhere that we could, discreetly put ourselves to, observe the house? Any fences we could go behind, or...?
This one is mostly separated by sort of trees and hedges, but you can certainly get off your horses, take them off the road at some point.
Yeah.
And
Close
we've got there
place.
before we think they're going to arrive.
Yeah.
I think Duna said around... No, was it Duna?
No, the Reverend.
Reverend says
The
after
Reverend,
after midnight.
yeah,
After
after
midnight.
midnight.
So you've got there just before midnight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to position ourselves around the house
Yeah.
to see them and follow in.
Yeah.
Is the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would find somewhere discreet to get off the horses and leave them sort of out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And then
Go up. Yeah, go up to the house.
Yeah.
I guess, and try and find
Observe.
somewhere to place ourselves that we're not going to be very visible, but so that we're not ages away.
So yeah, maybe like between the two sheds, if there's like a hidden bit.
It's like behind the shed. I'd make a stealth check.
13.
Oh well, I got a 22, so.
Good. So, you put yourself in what you think is a suitable hiding position and await the arrival of these mysterious men. You can hear sort of sounds of crickets and other nightlife, sort of buzzing in your ears, a rustling of leaves in a gentle breeze. Gilbert, make a perception check with advantage for smell.
17.
On a 17, as this gentle breeze wafts across your nostrils, it brings with it the slight scent of sulphur. And your ears pick up a little extra rustling lower down than the trees. You turn your head a little. And as you turn your head, in the darkness behind some bushes, you see these 2 pinpoints of red light. And then another. And another. And then you hear more sounds behind you. You turn that way. 2 more pinpoints of red. And another. And this smell of sulphur increases. And it's the smell of demons. And you're surrounded.
Ready yourselves.
Do you tell the others?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Because I'll give you a little time now to share some words before you roll initiative.
What is it?
We're surrounded. Demons.
Shit.
Now it's been pointed out, can we see?
Mm-hmm.
Can we work out roughly how many there are?
You count 5 sets of eyes.
At least 5.
And then between these sets of eyes, you see more movement of these men in red, dark robes step out beside and in between these creatures. Roll initiative.
27.
Jesus Christ!
Frederick,
17.
What did I say?
14.
14.
You're surrounded. But Harold, as always, quick on the ball. You're first.
And this time I'm not scared to shoot more than once because I know these are demons.
Mhm.
So I'm going to shoot 3 times at whoever's nearest.
Cool. Sure. So you pick a.
I just pick
Mm-hmm.
one that's nearby.
Shoot into the dark.
How many cultists do there seem to be?
There was, you said 6, didn't you?
Yeah, you can see 6 of them stepping out. No, 8. Sorry.
I roll a 16, a 21,
Mm-hmm.
and a 30.
Cool.
Did you get a natural 20?
Yeah.
Wow.
All 3 hit then, especially the natural 20.
So that's 11, 27, and then that's 37 altogether.
Okay, so you just you point your guns, bang, 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 and 3 bullets like launch towards these glowing eyes as this beast lets out this sort of awful sort of low yelp and sort of backs away a little and like whimpers and sort of tries to move and find cover behind another one of the demons. You hurt it very badly.
So Frederick just whispers under his breath, "We've gotten out of bad situations before. This is what we're here for." And then I will cast Enlarge on Gilbert, as is our strategy that we do, that we've done 100 times before. And then how far away are they from us?
20 feet. 30
Okay.
feet. 30 feet. That hellhound, the demon that you shot, starts to limp away. just sort of whimpering and just like, and then just moves further away. But a second demon that was next to him sort of growls and just runs at you. And these huge, it's almost the size of a small horse, and it's practically galloping with this fire coming out of its breath and his eyes fixed straight on you as he launches itself at you, jumps at you, mouth open wide, and attempts to bite into you. Does a 12 hit?
No, bat it away.
Very good.
The butt of my gun just go.
Gilbert,
Mm-hmm.
as he enlarges,
Mm-hmm.
will take off his glasses and close them. Pop them in his pocket, which he has in here. And will just flex and explode into a demon.
As you explode, your body grows. It was already growing, but it's growing at twice the speed it normally does. You're standing at 8 or 9 feet tall, is my guess now. And you leave your friends covered in gore, not for the first time, and probably not for the last.
And I will, on my right hand, because he's right-handed and I can only do it on one weapon, I will activate my bonus action will be to activate my Crimson Right with what one does he have? Storm? But I take 4 damage for that.
Very good.
And I'll just say, all right then.
That's the end of your turn then.
That's the end of my turn.
Very good. One of these dark, red hooded, robed men fixes his eyes on this growing beast of a man that's transforming in front of his very eyes, raises up a hand. And if you'd like to make a charisma saving throw.
Always fucking... I forgot that it was charisma. I always forget that it's charisma. Oh, but I meant to be adding +3. Oh no, that's not to... I am meant to be adding +1. 18?
You resist. And you feel this. You feel your body being pulled in some sort of direction, but you shrug it off with all your strength. And you're safe. Not that safe.
Because the next one will do the same thing.
There's 2 more hellhounds from a different direction also start running towards you.
Oh, I need to change it.
And they sense your comrade. They sense your demonicness. But also at the same time, you're sort of the knowledge that you're an enemy, and you're now surrounded by 3 of these large beasts. These hellhounds have jumped into the mix with the 3 of you. And Gilbert, you find yourself surrounded on all sides at this point. So the next 2 hellhounds all have advantage against you. +5, 23 will hit.
Will hit me, yeah.
As one of these hellhounds digs in deep with its burning maw and damages you for 8.
Reduced to 4.
17.
Reduced to 8.
Another one of these robed figures puts his hand out again at this huge beast of a man-beast thing. I make another charisma saving throw.
That's quick.
A 4. The 2 of you standing next to the man that has come between you and all sorts of unimaginable pains many times in the past. It's just out of existence, leaving the 2 of you standing there, feeling very exposed, with 3 horse-sized beasts snapping with their fiery breaths and lathering, whatever, all over you. And before you know it, more of these robed figures put their hands up and all of these firebolts start bursting in at you. 6 firebolts. I will roll 13. Does 13 hit?
No, because mage armor.
Okay, 3 for Howard. 3 more bolts come in. 17.
Yeah.
Which is a 1.
I'm gonna activate shield.
Okay,
Cool.
so none of them hit.
No.
Nice.
Then the biggest hound of them all starts running towards you both. And is going to make an attack on the one making the loudest sounds with guns and whatnot. Biggest hellhound of them all comes in and runs at you, Harold, and does a 25 hit.
It does.
So 4 piercing damage, 6 acid damage. That's just as you think the bite was bad enough, as it gives you this acidic sort of stinging in you, the claws come in and just rake at your belly. So 24 plus 5, 24 hits.
Yeah.
What's say? Cool. 5 plus 4, 9.
This thing on top of me.
Well, it hasn't pushed you to the ground, no, but it's, it's there.
It's like in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting a shot.
Nice.
Like.
Yeah, you know, as it attacked you, it's actually pushed you up against it's got one paw on the shed, the other paw is on your shoulder, so almost pinning you in a way as it's like, and it's scratched at you.
Okay, well, I'll get my gun. And that is a dirty 20.
Yes, that hits.
And that's 16 damage.
Nice.
Well, disadvantage, so that's still a 23.
That hits.
11.
11. Oh, so you just, bang, and this creature just like flies back 15 feet, lands back on all fours again, just turns to you and just with this sort of acidy breath dripping over its teeth and down over its jaw.
I've still got one more shot left. So I'll shoot again. This time aiming for its head. That's a 14.
14 misses.
So Frederick is so pale and like shaking. I don't think, I mean, Harold's not looking at him, like you don't have the adrenaline, like, you know, calming you enough. But I don't think anyone has ever seen Frederick look the way I think Frederick looks right now. I don't think Frederick has ever felt so like the odds of winning a fight are against him before.
Make an insight check.
14.
They obviously knew you were coming.
Yeah.
They obviously know who you are. And someone obviously told them. You've been set up. That's all you can imagine.
And he's shaking with the kind of anger that he never feels or shows. But he takes a breath and he pulls himself up. And he says to Harold, "This is what we're here for." And he turns around, so we're kind of back to back, so I'm facing the rest of the circle. You know, in my head, sort of half the circle have gone at you quite strongly. So he turns to face the rest of the circle and he's going to cast Chain Lightning. Okay. So I need 4 of them on that side to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Which ones are you aiming for?
So I'll go for the one that got rid of Gilbert.
One was a 6.
Failed.
What number did they have to meet?
17.
Okay, they all failed.
Slay.
Wow. So they all take 10d8 lightning damage.
Okay.
35 damage. Yeah, the lightning just kind of erupts and the first shot goes straight like into the chest of the one that got rid of Gilbert. And then it bounces to the one next to him. Two of these men, the two that had sort of stepped out and raised their hands up at you, both sort of arch, but ultimately shrug off this damage. 2 more beside them that took a secondary burst of this energy just dropped to the ground, smouldering and lifeless. It's at the end of your turn. Yeah.
Good job.
The hellhound that's there at one of the hellhounds that's there at your side, turns its mouth towards you this big gush. It takes this big this big breath of fire comes out and engulfs all of you, including the other creatures there, which I'm pretty sure are fairly immune to fire, but they're just getting in there. You need to make a DC 12 Dex saving throw.
Both of us?
Yes.
Okay, that's a 5, but I have resistance to fire damage because of the sword I'm carrying.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9 for me.
So you both take 24 damage.
But if you're resistant,
Oh, but you,
I take
you take half.
half, yeah.
Gilbert. You find yourself in a hot, red desert. You look around. The sky is both black and red at the same time. Your eyes don't quite interpret it properly. The sand is a deep, bloody red, but it's sharp and it's jagged and it's dead and it's hot and it's like standing in front of a furnace as this wind sweeps over you, and all you can see around you is desolation. In the distance, there are jagged rocks and mountains, and as you look up, you see creatures in the distance flying across the sky. These sort of, you've seen things like it before in the past. These sort of winged, pterodactyl type creatures, but whatever you would want to refer to them as. And you can feel deep in your heart that you're not coming back. This is your home now. Your soul is here and anchored here.
and I can't see anything other than like.
Make a perception check.
That's a 1.
Only what I've described. Back on Earth. One of the men that had attempted to cast some sort of spell on Gilbert originally turns now towards you. He is going to cast a spell on you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
12.
That is 12. You are blind.
Fuck.
Like father, like daughter.
And in your blind state, you feel. Let's see what you feel. So a 19 and on a natural 20.
Yeah, on instinct then it comes up, but obviously the nat 21 still hits.
You cast shields. You can feel this hot breath coming down, and you can feel this pressure on one of your arms as the shield rebuffs what was probably the teeth of an animal, and you almost breathe a sigh of relief before the second set of teeth grips into your thigh and tears at you for a natural 20. 19,
26.
26.
26.
Mm-hmm. Make a intelligence saving throw.
Fuck me. Can I say, like, as I have gone blind, like before, like in that split second, I will have shouted to Harold, and I would have been like, fucking blinded me. Fuck me. I know I'm gonna fail, but like.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
5. That is under 15, yes. You take 4d6 psychic damage. 13 points of psychic damage. And your intelligence and charisma are reduced to 1 for the next 30 days. Minimum. You are unable to cast spells, and you are unable to comprehend language. You are able to recognize your friends, and you are able to protect them, should you so wish. But you have been feeble-minded. Harold. 6 more firebolts come and shoot them at you. Actually, it's 19 plus, so yeah, hits 15 damage, fire. And after the sort of fire fades of these bolts that have all shot into you, you're still left looking at this abyssal hound that's now 15 feet away from you. We have done quite a bit of damage to it, so it's not keen to get super up close to you again. So instead, it takes another big breath like you saw the others do. Its rib cage expands, its eyes glisten on you, its mouth opens up with this glowing green fire type light within it, the acid dripping down, and it shoots out another cone of acid towards the two of you. Make a dex saving throw with disadvantage for you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 25.
13.
Succeeds. 13 succeeds. Just need...
Good.
Even blinded out of his mind, Frederick's like...
You guys are going down.
Yeah, we need to run now.
I'm quite afraid of the numbers on your screens.
21. 21 in half, so 10. 10 damage each of acid.
The
You're
fact
up.
that these men went from
At this point, Harold is seeing all of this, and he's not feeling very arrogant right now. He is admitting defeat, and he's gonna yell at Frederick to run, man, and I will grab your hand and run. You may follow me.
Yeah.
As
I
a
think-
basic concept, you can follow them.
I think all Frederick can do is like stumble after you, blind, so probably
Holding onto you.
Yeah, like clinging. We're not going as fast as we should be.
And I'm not the fastest runner anyway. I'm gonna be shooting what I can.
So you grab your best friend by the hand, by the shoulder, whatever. You reach out and grab him by his sleeve. You tug at him. You sort of swipe out and kick out at these beasts to kind of get some space to disengage from them, and you run. You run back the way you came. You run towards two of these sort of robed figures who had been shooting these firebolts at you. You've got one of your hands. You just wildly start shooting towards them. You empty your gun as you're going until it's just clicking, but it's enough for them to at least jump to dive out of the way to get some cover, and it opens up a space there as you launch yourself down the path back to where you'd left your horses. You can hear them all hot on your tail. At this point, you can start, dashing as well as with your action. So you're trying to keep ahead of them. They're right behind you, but you jump onto your horse. You try and pull Frederick up onto the horse as well. He's unable to comprehend what he's doing, so you pull him over the back of yours.
Okay.
And you are dashing off with your horse down the road back towards Ratcliffe, heading. You're not sure where. Suddenly you don't trust. You don't trust anybody. Someone knew to set you up for this. Someone wanted you dead. You don't know who anymore. You know there is a safe space. And if you can get you and Frederick there, you think you can keep you both safe. Frederick is just drawling and mumbling incoherently. You've never seen anything like it. And as you're galloping, you can hear behind you the sound of these padded feet scratching into the gravel. They're gaining on you. You're rushing through Ratcliffe. Your horse's hooves are echoing across the streets, off the walls, and you can hear the scratching now of these sharp claws and the sort of baying of these hounds, and in the sort of guttural, growling, snarling sounds, and they're gaining on you. Your horse isn't meant to carry two of you.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
You pass through Ratcliffe. You take a quick look behind you. You can see these glowing walls, these eyes around every corner. Every time you turn, they're there, just behind, only 40, 50, 60 feet maybe. And they're gaining.
It's fucking ages away to Temple, isn't it?
You're not going to make it to Temple.
No. know what.
There is a place you can make. You're thinking of the Mithrium. It's an ancient Roman temple buried deep in London, forgotten about by almost everyone except the Brotherhood.
Oh, okay.
But you know it's a place of, if you can get there,
Okay.
if you can get the both of you there, you'll be safe.
How far away is that?
Perhaps another 2 miles.
We have to try. Okay, so I'll keep on like kicking, slapping my horse, whatever you do with horses, I don't know.
Yeah. You run this horse. It is
And-
not happy. It's frothing at the mouth. It's whinnying at you because it has not stopped for the last 3 miles at a full pace, and it smells. It smells the blood that's on you. It smells these beasts that were so close to it before. They're practically snapping at your heels now. You need more speed. And you know what Frederick would say. One of you has to survive.
If I can reach, I take Frederick's hand, give it a squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
I squeeze and I'm so sorry, Fred. I'm so sorry. And I let go of you.
His body slips off the horse.
Oh my God.
Thud. It rolls off to the side down a dirty street. And as you look back one more time, he disappears into the darkness. But you feel the relief in your horse's body as he's suddenly has this much lighter load. The hounds are no longer gaining on you. They're keeping pace, but you know where you're going. I feel like Frederick, the fall knocked him unconscious. And so he just lies there in this alleyway, lifeless. And you run on the back of your horse, deep into the streets of London, through a graveyard, to a mausoleum that you know is kept unlocked. You slam the gates shut behind you and pull the bar down. It won't hold them, but it might give you some time. And you slip behind the plinth, you know, the sort of grave that sort of sits there, and push across a stone slab and slide down into the depths of London, into this crypt, this ancient 2,000-year-old temple to a dead god. And there you find a bull's head, stone, carved. And you take your bleeding hands and slam them on either side of this bull's head, and you just send out this desire into the ethereal world to just please protect me. And that's where we'll end it.
What the fuck? I knew everything that was going to happen and it was still so bad.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Hope you enjoyed.
Thank you for watching. Thank you
you.
for being on this journey of this story with us. Thank you. We'll leave a comment, like and subscribe. And we'll be back with the daughters.
Join us for Teapot.
Yes. Are we doing a live one?
Hopefully,
Yeah.
potentially.
Live teapot.
A live
Hopefully.
teapot. So if you have any questions that you want us to answer
Yes.
about this or about anything that has happened in our main campaign so far.
Yeah, so live. So next time, so next week you will see some changes around here. And that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come join for a live talk back on our special Fathers and Failures show.
Any questions about
yeah.
anything?
Anything about this episode, the experience of making it and doing it, or about anything else that you're wondering at this point, quite close to the end of Act 2 of Demons and Daughters, it's your time to just come hang out with us. And as Lyndon said, there will be a fun surprise about that, which you will see if you join us next week. Until then, we love you. And
It's
thank
not
you for
too
being
far.
here.
You knew what I was going to say.
Take care of yourselves, everyone.
Yes.
After that, bye.
Thank you.
Sorrow.